What I want to talk about is this. All the other groups out on the internet, and I'm talking about the rank and rent groups and anything else that I've purchased into, there's this taboo thing around flexing. Flexing the deal you just sold, flexing the money that you're making, basically talking yourself up. There's this thing around like you shouldn't do it, right? Just so you guys know, to paint a background, I came from a little teeny town in Utah of 2,000 people. There's 3 occupations there. Occupation number 1 is you're a teacher, okay? Because there's a school. There's teachers, there's farmers. That's my dad. My dad's a farmer. I grew up on a farm. He lives on the farm. And number 3, there's drug dealers. That's your 3 choices. Outside of that, you get the hell out because there's nothing else to do. There's no new jobs that are coming into that town. It's a very small, obscure town. I've got a couple people in here that grew up in that town. They will be able to confirm this. And I'm telling you this because I did not grow up in a household where my dad, who I respect greatly, he is not the type of person that ever encouraged me to flex. He's the kind of guy, because of his dad, my grandpa, who said, hey, when you do something, do something with your actions, not with your words. Get people to notice you by not talking, but by doing. Like those type of things, that really old school, like farmer, blue collar mentality, which I actually still agree with, but I'm gonna throw a wrinkle into it. So I grew up like that. My dad was always telling me, he's like, hey, don't talk. And the people around us, if they talked, he would always shit on it and say, hey, we don't do that. And so I was not raised to flex. I was not raised that this is how you should behave. However, this is what I believe. I believe that if you can back it up, you are an idiot and a fool to not be flexing. If you want to disagree with me, I would love to know why. So bearing in mind that you can back it up. Now don't go and promote yourself. If you don't have the pot to piss in, then this doesn't apply to you. Go do that first. Okay, so that's the first step, is you have to be able to back it up. But once you can back it up, once you've closed the deal and you have a contract to show it, once you have the money in the bank to show it, this one you should start flexing, okay? Now, you could be strategic, you can do it in your own way, you don't need to be super loud, but number 1, when you start flexing, and I'm gonna use that term loosely, but you guys know what I mean. When you start flexing, what it does something really interesting. It serves as a filter for people in your life. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna have, especially on Facebook, you're gonna have all these friends that you've had since Facebook started, right? I created my account in like 2009. You're gonna have all these friends from the beginning. And as you start to flex, they still remember you as this person over here, this person from 10 years ago. And you're in this little box, right? And so the second you start to flex, you start to promote yourself, you're gonna lose a whole bunch of people. You're gonna lose a whole bunch of people because what they're thinking in their heads is, who is he? Who is she? You can't do this. That's not you. What have you done? They still remember that person that you were 10 years ago. So what this does, first and foremost, and it's beautiful, is it eliminates people out of your life that are threatened, people that are insecure. It will immediately just remove them. So if you have like a Facebook page and you're like, dude, I need to get rid of negative people, I'll tell you a really quick way to do it. Start sharing the wins that you've had lately. Now, the wins that you can back up, but start sharing the things that you've done, the cool shit that you've accomplished. Start sharing those wins, and I guarantee you guys are gonna see a lot of people, unless your circle is already really nice and tight, you're gonna see a lot of people leave. And if that's something that bothers you, then you either need to face that head on and just do it anyway and start getting over it, or don't take my advice, keep doing what you're doing and see where that gets you. The benefit is it's going to attract people that are winners, and it's gonna push away people that are threatened, people that are insecure, people that don't understand. There's a quote by one of my favorite rappers. His name is Russ Vitale. He has a quote. I posted it on Facebook. The quote is, you ever see a confident person ever get offended by someone else's confidence? So he doesn't know how to speak correct English because he's a rapper, but he's saying, have you ever met a confident person that's offended by another confident person, or by another confident person's confidence? And the answer is no. I love people that are confident when they can back it up. Now, if they can't back it up and I can smell bullshit, that's a different story. But if I know that they have the pot to piss in, they're making the money, they're closing the deals, they're living the life, I love when they flex, because it does one of 2 things. It either pisses me off because I know I'm better than them, or it inspires me. Now, I would consider myself a winner. I'm attracted to that, okay? So again, number 1 reason you should flex, it's gonna literally audit your friend circle for you without you having to do it. So if you don't wanna audit your friend circle and you are worried about offending somebody, well, you've probably got maybe some different priorities or some deeper issues, but I would really think about that.